Hi everyone, welcome to the Mancave, welcome to Talking Tech, and in today's episode, the state of MacBook in 2020. So what is the purpose of today's video? Well, the exciting news is the new Apple MacBook Pro 2020 13-inch. Yes, that's right, the 13-inch has been announced. It's come out, obviously, in the situation that we are currently all in. There's no big press event, there's nothing like that. It's literally just a case of boom, on the website, it is here. But it really got me thinking, what is the actual purpose of this laptop and who is it for? And I thought I'd make a video about it, share my thoughts, and to see if you guys agree and hopefully be able to help some of you in a purchase decision. So I've been a big fan of the MacBook ever since I was basically a kid. My first computer actually was an iMac. My dad's always preferred the iMacs. I've always kind of preferred the MacBook Pros. And my first ever laptop was the MacBook Pro 13-inch, the OG, the absolute killer original, 500 gig hard drive, DVD drive, chunky, just robust machine that seemingly lasts forever, and I think Apple even sold it for about 7 years. But at the moment, I do feel as though the lineup is quite a confusing one, apart from one computer. So the 16-inch MacBook, which is the replacement for this, which is my 2015 MacBook Pro, which I love, I adore. Why did we move away from this? It's such a good laptop. But for me, the confusing section basically comes in the 13-inch model. For me, the 16-inch is a powerhouse. It's perfect. It's brilliant. It's everything that a professional would want. So I'm talking videographers, photographers, creatives. Yeah, if you are of an ilk where you are making money from your computer, I would say the 16 inches, is what you would go for. It just makes complete sense. Where it starts to get a little bit confusing now is with the 13-inch lineup, and that's because of the MacBook Air. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to throw up Apple's website now, and we'll take us through the Apple lineup. So here we have Apple's website. So you go to the top, you go Mac, which is amazing because their best-selling product is the iPhone. You would think that would come first, but they still put Mac first, which is nice. And you can see here that we actually have MacBook Air new and MacBook Pro 13-inch new. What I find quite interesting at this time is so many people, the internet was a raff with 14-inch MacBook Pro rumours because of the 16-inch. They thought that we were going to get a power-based computer in a smaller form factor, which would have been brilliant, absolutely would have been brilliant. So we have the MacBook Pro 13-inch at the top, power moves, the best for the brightest, obviously it's got a new display on it, and then the MacBook Air light speed. You are talking about a £300 price difference here between the MacBook Air and the MacBook Pro 13-inch. Look at the specs, 13.3-inch Retina display. To say that the new one on the MacBook Pro is slightly brighter, so it's going to be a little bit better outside. So they both go up to a 4-core Intel i7 processor, very exciting. This is where the MacBook Pro, obviously, if you spend the money with Apple, they're going to give you a 32 gig memory, and it's slightly quicker memory than in the MacBook Air, which only goes up to 16 gig, which I have in this, and I edit 4K, and it's fine. Up to 2 terabytes of storage, up to 4 terabytes of storage. Realistically, who needs that sort of storage on a single device? Save the money and get an external hard drive, it's better for you anyway. Battery life is better in the MacBook Air because it's got a more power efficient CPU and GPU. Touch ID versus Touch ID and Touch Bar. I've never seen a positive review of the Touch Bar, so and then all of them, every single one of them has a new backlit Magic Keyboard, which is back to the OG butterfly keyboard, away with the broken keyboard. So if we compare the two, which is I think the big part here really is where they start at and who these are for. And this is what confuses me about the MacBook Pro 13-inch. If you are a student, which the OG MacBook was for, the 999, just everything in a computer, you went for the cheapest one. You were a student. Unless you had a decent amount of money and you maybe went for 15-inch, you went for a 13-inch MacBook Pro. The Air at the time didn't have the storage space, it didn't have the RAM, it wasn't particularly brilliant, whereas the Pro pretty much had everything you want. You could upgrade the RAM, just a great computer all round. And this is where I just don't understand who Apple are marketing this 13-inch MacBook Pro for. If you are a photographer, if you're a videographer, a graphic designer, a coder, you're probably going to go for the more powerful computer, which is the 16-inch. Even if you go for the base model 16-inch, it's just quicker, more powerful in every way. It starts off with a 6-core i7, which overclocks to 5 gigahertz. So if you need to push it, it's pushing a lot better. Yeah. And then your other section is your students, it's your professionals, it's people going and maybe doing presentations or Zoom meetings. And this is where I just would recommend the MacBook Air. It's £300 cheaper, it's lighter, it's got a better battery life. They look pretty much identical. It has the same ports, it has the same sort of architecture. Realistically, they all start at the same SSD size at 556 gigabytes. And if you really need the extra storage, well, you've saved yourself £300, so you can go and buy yourself a couple of terabyte hard drives and save yourself the money. And who is going to buy the new 13-inch MacBook Pro? I really would advise against it, unless you are somebody who maybe enjoys taking photographs on an SLR, but maybe are not doing it as a quite power intensive kind of, not job, but maybe a hobby, so maybe hobbyists. But then I would probably recommend maybe something like the iPad Pro with an SD card reader for the USB-C. Yeah, they've almost made so many good products that it's hard to kind of advise who should buy what now. And I think this is a bit of a theme that I've seen online, is if they'd have come out with a 14-inch MacBook Pro that had a dedicated graphics card, could really push maybe a 16-inch but in a smaller form factor, I think they would have sold a lot. And they're gonna sell a lot. And that's the thing about Apple at the moment. They're such a Goliath. And you've got people like myself making videos, and everybody's already making videos on this product, and it will be a good laptop. There's no denying that. But they already have made a good laptop in the MacBook Air. So I think this is a very difficult product to recommend. I don't understand what you're particularly getting for your £300 extra spent that would be of use. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe I'm looking at this as somebody who wants to make more YouTube videos and takes photographs in RAW and needs that extra oomph. Maybe I'm looking at it from a wrong perspective. So please let me know in the comments below what you think. But yeah, the state of the MacBook Pro 2020 is a confusing one, because the actual computer you should buy is a MacBook Air. And on that bombshell, if you've enjoyed this video, if you think that my ramblings make any sense, it always helps if you subscribe or like this YouTube algorithms, you know. And also we have got some links in the description of all the things that we use and affiliate links. So if you do fancy supporting a smaller channel and you enjoy what we do, yeah, go buy some stuff on Amazon. They're literally like the only people doing stuff. So, and we will see you in the next episode of Talking Tech, and we'll see you in the Mancave.